I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. Hope everyone is well. Apologies about the wait. Can I get myself a drink? Welcome to the Amateur Football YouTube channel. My name is Tabrice. Hope everyone is well on this beautiful Monday. Again, if you kind of love Sunday League football, if you just love football in general, then you know what, come and subscribe to this channel. But you know what, enough about me. It's not about me today. It's literally about probably like the biggest game in Croydon that happened yesterday. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to know the score, if you don't really want to know what is going on, good evening, Chris. Please shut your laptops, your phones right now, because this is going to be the biggest spoiler that you'll ever see. Bigger than Your Honor, bigger than Snowfall, bigger than Call of Duty. Oh, sorry, not Call of Duty, Line of Duty. Let's go straight into it. So before I even begin, and again, hopefully you guys can actually hear this. I've got to set the mood. So again, please let me know if you can hear this. This is the day die, and these shield boys. Remember this day. It will be yours for all time.
Spartans, we just show no mercy. We got L's in the wing, we don't need Van Persie. Left foot strike, top things murky. Shams, Deuce, Mazza, up top lurky. Spartans, we just show no mercy. We got L's in the wing, we don't need Van Persie. Left foot strike, top things murky. Shams, Deuce, Mazza.
Guys, if you don't know already, Spartans got the result yesterday. Free zip. It was an amazing game to actually be like part of, and like this video is really just my own unbiased breakdown in terms of what I kind of deemed, again, as I said before, the most anticipated game in Croydon yesterday. If you've kind of got any questions, please fire them to me. I'll be brutally honest. Hopefully I've kind of got some of the Spartan guys on this feed, and also some of the Saha guys as well. So apologies if I'm literally gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna probably message a group, or not a group, sorry, Twitter again, just to make sure everyone's there. I've got a few notes, but hey, you know what? I'm just gonna run with it. So hey, let's kind of start all the way from the beginning. So let's kind of talk about, for me, like the start of the whole Sunday afternoon. So I was playing for Standerstead, debut, but you know what? Again, that's a different game. I didn't realize that Saha were there. Honestly, like I didn't even realize. But I personally felt the Spartans' presence. Coming there with the tracksuits, with the luminous green, I believe, with the music, and like the whole atmosphere changed. Like even like for myself, like I had to even step up my own game. So Spartans already were kind of physically and mentally there. And everyone around that pitch, anyone around that kind of area knew, boy, it was going to be a big game. Again, they were singing, they were vibing, it was just like a different atmosphere. Saha go around their business slightly kind of different, a lot more quieter, a lot more reserved. That's what I noticed. Didn't really say too much, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. Good evening. And let me kind of just say from the kind of get-go, this was a great advert for Sunday League football. It was kind of played in a good spirit. There was like a lot of respect as well between both like teams. A lot of the players actually knew each other. So you know what, like I want to say that from like the get-go. But of course, Michelle was there making sure everything was cool, and and again, everyone knew this was going to be again like the biggest game in Croydon on Sunday, no matter what people say. Biggest game in Croydon. So, and you know what, I want to kind of shout out as well, like the referee Scott. He kind of refereed like the game really well. I know that he spoke to the Spartans before kickoff. I don't know if he spoke to Saha, but I'm sure I'm sure he did. Again, probably just to kind of like set out the ground rules, etc., etc., etc. And oh, gosh, I mean, what I kind of noticed straight away was like the presence of like Spartans, man. Like on the sideline, like there was there was it was an army. Like it was, and again, if we're gonna go by like the kind of Spartans 300 type of kind of philosophy, there wasn't a lot like crazy amounts of them, but it felt like there was more than they were on the sideline. Like they had the noise, they had the music. Even like before the game, they were chanting. It was just a different vibe. Saha, literally, again, as I said before, quieter. But again, they have players, they have ballers, they have match winners. They have match winners in their squad. But yesterday, anyway, let me kind of oh gosh, boy. So from the kind of get-go, Spartans just started with just so much aggression from the start. They didn't let Saha settle. They were literally on everyone's first touch. They were, as I said before in my previous video, aggressive. It was control. Actually, no. And again, apologies. Let me kind of rewind a little bit. Yeah, let me just rewind a little bit. Tactics. Let me say about tactics. So, and again, biggest shout out to like Jarvis. Like I didn't even mention Jarvis in my previous video, maybe because I didn't see him against Boss Jam. But again, when I kind of looked at it again, he was on the sideline. Elge as well. Elge wasn't playing against Boss Jam. They put Jarvis at right back, ahead of Langy, probably to like try and combat Bradley Hudson, Adoy's pace and trickery. So like they put Jarvis at like right back, and I think he's probably the most complete player Sunday League football that I've seen, man. Like really, and like Elge. Again, like I can't believe I didn't even mention them, even like to the kind of key like players to watch. Like that guy, he's got pace, he's got end product, he's got skills, and like he will hurt you, man. He will hurt you. And like they kind of put him wide right. Was it wide right? Wide right to actually cut in. Scheme was playing. Balti was playing as captain as well. Very assured performance. Gosh, man, I'm like telling you, right. And funny enough, Bradley was playing more central, which can literally I didn't really kind of anticipate. But you know what? Honestly, like the Spartans just started with aggression, with power, with like energy, and I think within like the first few like minutes they actually scored. But it got disallowed. I believe it was offside. But again, that just set the tone. Everyone was talking, everyone was communicating, and and me on the sideline, I tried to get bits from either team, and especially from the Spartans, and no one would say nothing to me. Like it wasn't even a disrespect. They didn't say nothing to me. They were like, "No, you know what? We'll talk after the game." Like the manager was like, "You know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. We'll talk after the game." because they had a game plan, and like they didn't want to say nothing. Like they were like, you know what, let's kind of make our football do the talking. So anyway, goal disallowed, and then they score 2 minutes after the goal was disallowed. Set the pace, set the tone. And again, the people on the sideline, the 12th man, they literally brought the energy, they kind of brought the vibe. They literally spurred on like the guys that were kind of playing to that extra level. I don't know the player's name. I believe he's number 6, guy with the ginger hair. I kind of call him the guy from Simply Red. I've actually seen him before. Great player, but you know what? Destroyer. Like he just stops things from happening. Rift couldn't really kind of I'd say impose his game. KC up front was kind of doing like a few bits, you know, like he's got great hold at play, but you know what? They were just suffocating him, suffocating. Every header, every tackle. This is like in the first half, they were winning. Jarvis on the right was just, again, he was just composed. Every time he got the ball, he always found a man. He was literally also like a winning runner. Ball in the middle. I'm telling you right now. And again, this is the first time that I've actually seen Spartans play, as in, in real life, however you want to see it. Like I've always watched like their content, but it's the first time I've actually seen them play. I'm telling you, it's just different. It's literally just the different. Like, Spartans set the pace. They kind of set the pace with aggression, controlled aggression, with authority, and Saha just didn't know what to do. Spartans were men. Saha was scared men. Spartans were men, and Saha was scared men. Just all over. There was no room to breathe. Second goal goes in. No. Actually, no. Apologies. So anyway, like the game's kind of going on, and Saha get a penalty. They get a penalty. I mean, dubious. I mean, hey, like the referee, I thought did a kind of great job. Like people thought it was dubious, but hey, you know what? It's a penalty. Bradley misses the penalty, or should I say, Chris saves it. Great save. It was kind of to Chris's right hand side. Quality save, absolutely quality save. And I really believe the moment Chris saves that penalty, the game was done. The game was won 100%. Like it was kind of already done. And then within 2 minutes, Spartans go and score. Within 2 minutes after that penalty, two minutes. Okay, yeah, maybe a minute or two. Spartans go down and score. And then literally now, okay, Saha are now looking to kind of find their feet. Saha looks very shell shocked. I kind of firmly believe that they didn't expect Spartans to actually come up with, again, as I said before, with so much aggression. And you know what? Spartans did their homework. They really, really did their homework. I'd say, yeah, that the management just knew exactly who their danger men were, and they literally just suffocated them from minute 1 to minute 91. And Saha were struggling. They were really struggling. They were kind of looking at, of course, Bradley, KC. They're number 11 was probably the only person that I can say that literally had a bit of bite. But again, they were struggling. Roberto on the right side for Saha. I thought that he played well. But again, you know, he was kind of up against very quick, direct wingers, and you know, again, they always had options. And you know, if you're prepared to actually relax and actually calm down, then you know what, you will always find your man. And literally, that's what Spartans did. And you know what? Let me just say this on camera. Let me just say this on camera. Let me, you know, I apologize to Spartans. Yeah, because again, I've like watched their content. So watching their content is different than actually watching them live. I said that Spartans didn't have the fitness, and I said Saha would be fitter than them. I was wrong. I was wrong. Spartans were from the get-go just on it. Like no one was lagging. Spartan have the fitness. They have the mentality. And literally, if you can combine those two with the ability, then you've got a chance. So anyway, now of course that's like the game's going. Some kind of meaty challenges from the Saha number 11. And again, credit to him anyway. He kind of tried to kind of give it to them, but you know what? It wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. I think after that penalty miss, Bradley was quiet, especially in the first half. And you know what? I mean, it literally just played into their hands. So it was 2-0 at halftime. Regarding how I felt at halftime, I think the Saha management and the guys were just literally shell shocked. They I don't think they've literally no, I'm not gonna say they've not experienced an environment like that, but especially after lockdown, they probably forgot, like, oh wow, shit, like this is a team that's really after our like heads. It was like, I don't know if you guys have watched the like program Hunted on like you know, Channel 4. It's like the kind of hunters who drive the Volvos, not sponsored, and then like, you know, sorry, and then like, you know, it's the kind of the kind of hunted. So like, you know, it's the hunters, and then like the kind of citizens or whatever. Spartans were the hunters. They literally put out a game plan. They literally set traps. They set traps, and Saha just fell into those traps. And like every time that it did, they hit him hard. They like, you know, hit him with aggression, and like, you know, every single tackle, it was a roar. It was honestly like, it just felt like I've not been at a Sunday League game like that in a long time. So anyway, now so halftime comes. Of course, it's kind of 2 goals. L just literally just, you know, of course, pulling like the strings. Balti as well, pulling at the strings. Schema comes off in the first half because he's injured. Hopefully, you know, it's kind of nothing too like serious. Jacko comes on, and you know what? The second half was exactly the same. Exactly the same. I think, you know, again, Saha just knew how to kind of stop Saha from playing. Stop Saha playing their like very, you know, productive and sexy football. And again, exactly what I said in my preview before. If you kind of let Saha get into that rhythm, then it's going to be a problem for any team. But again, Spartans knew exactly what they were doing. Defensively, they were strong. You know, again, let me just kind of shout out Chris, the goalkeeper from Spartans. I after his goal, keeping save, great hands, great communication. He made like 2 or 3 blinding saves. You know, great feet as well. And And I think that's what Spartan. Well, I think everyone knows that's what Spartans were actually missing. And again, this is the first time that I've seen Chris play like live. And if he can handle himself in like that type of environment, who knows where he could go. I'm not gonna say right now that he's like one of like the best keepers in like Croydon, because hey, like, or like in Sunday League in like Croydon, but with a performance like that, I'm telling you, it's going to be very, very, very hard to to actually kind of top that. But credit to Saha, they kind of captivate, they kind of carried on playing. They didn't really change too much. They did create chances. Casey, I thought played well. I thought the 11 played well. I thought they missed Darren. They really missed Darren. I don't know where like Darren was, but they just missed that extra bit of bite. They needed that, they like needed help, because like Riff, and I don't think I said it in like Michael, last like video. Riff is probably one of like, yeah, I think James like King has kind of said it. They literally had to play let the ball long, and what it was, especially from kind of goal like kicks. He was just playing it long, and it just literally fed into, I'd say like the kind of Spartans strategy. They will literally win every single tackle, and with like Riff now, like he needs time. If you're gonna give Riff time, he is what I call like I'd say like the Tom Brady of Sunday League football. Like he will just spray it left and spray it right, but he needs cover. And like because Darren wasn't there to actually kind of I'd say enforce that kind of protection, they would kind of get into Rift, and then literally he was too busy busy defending to actually do anything else. And then it was just long balls, goal kicks, long balls. And also as well, I don't know if it was a tactical choice, but playing Jordan at left back for Saha, I don't know why. Like Jordan is a monster centre back, absolute monster, and kind of taking him out of that area, you literally lose something, because again, hey, like you are kind of now against like two of the most trickiest wingers in the Croydon League, and if you kind of take a line out of like the jungle, boy, then like that kind of line now like just becomes like a normal cat. Credit Elge, credit Balti, credit the management team, credit every single person on Spartans. Every single person. They knew exactly what they had to do. There was like no messing about. It was discipline and it was absolute focus. And you know what? I'm not even gonna name the player, but Balti, captain, like he said to one of his players, this is in the second half. Like he said, listen, you know what? Fix up. Like we don't need you to be doing your kind of tricks and like doing all of this step overs right now. Like you, as in our like our half, you do all of your good stuff in their half. When you're kind of coming into the defensive area, then you know what? Just get the ball out and then just let us reset. And that was for me like a poignant moment, because that's the manager not even just pulling rank, but literally just resetting everyone's focus, resetting everyone's mentality, just to kind of remember, look, like, hey, it could be freedom goes up right now, but certain things can change. Focus. Allen at centre back, great performance. As I said before, Chris in goal, for me, man of the match. Man of the match. You know, he kind of again controlled his back line well. He was commanding, and I'm not going to say kept him in the game, but hey, you know, there's a kind of foundation there that literally Spartans grew from. After the game, and again, please, like, you know, if there's any questions, please fire them to me. Please fire them to me, and literally I'll kind of answer them honestly and truthfully. Saha looked absolutely shell-shocked. After the game, everyone was quiet. I think, and you know, I kind of heard a bit of their team talk. And literally what like they were saying was like, look, like, hey, we just played the occasion. We kind of play the occasion more than anything else. And you know, if we kind of do that, then you know what? Certain things are just not going to run. And you know, I heard even like a kind of few like people, like, you know, like a few like supporters that were saying, look, you know what? Spartans literally brought a 12th man, and like their 12th man were like the people on the sideline. Every single tackle, even in the 80th minute, Spartans were like winning. Like Saha just didn't have anything. Like were just shell shocked, absolutely shell shocked. And you know what? It was an embarrassment to like Saha. They kind of definitely pride themselves of like being like one of the best footballing teams around, with like a bit of edge, as well. So not losing is one thing, but not scoring is another. Like keeping Saha out, and I kind of said before, and you know, like I said it before, you know, I can't see Saha keeping clean sheets. That's the thing. I can't see them keeping clean sheets. Spartans know how to keep clean sheets. Spartans have won trophies. Not saying that Saha haven't, but they've been there. They've like ground out results. They've had busted knees. They've like played on the dodgiest pitches. You know, it just felt like Spartans, like the guys from Spartans, just wanted it more. Like it just felt like as if it meant more to them than it did to Saha yesterday. So, what I expect, because like now, okay, you know what? Let me kind of show you guys in terms of what the league table is looking right now. So, Saha are still top. Spartans have one game in hand, so if they win that, then there'll be a point clear, and then it's all to play for. It's all to play for. I think, again, this is no disrespect to like any of the teams below, but I can't see Saha or Spartans dropping points. I can't see them dropping points if they kind of play with that type of intensity every single game. Okay, you know, because again, you know, Saha could play like that against another team and actually win comfortably. You know, Spartans could probably even maybe drop a level a little bit and still win comfortably. Like the mentality, like those like two like teams, you know, Saha and Spartans, they have a different winning mentality than literally what I've seen in the Croydon League at this present moment in time. So literally, I can't see them losing games. I can't see them dropping any points unless flipping people come down with some like, you know, L or whatever it is, or I don't know. Like I just can't see them losing any kind of games. So So yeah, actually, there's a question. James King, do you think Saha will carry on being chatty patty on the net? You know what? You know what? I didn't. All right, so I didn't see exactly what they were putting out on the net. But like, you know, if like they were making noise, then you know what? This is what I call freedom of speech. If you're top of the league and if you're confident in your own ability, then you know what? Sometimes you got to shout about it. But if you shout about it, actions speak louder than words. That's how I see it. Actions speak louder than words. And like there's kind of nothing wrong saying that you're the best team in Croydon or like Sunday League, however you want to frame it. And you know, I think what it is like if you kind of say certain things, you know, you can have to believe it. And like, you know, Saha probably believe that they're the best team in Croydon. Yesterday, that like just did not show. So hey, like, you know, I know that, you know, they've kind of put out like a graphic in terms of like loss yesterday. So I literally expect them to be kind of still on like social media. So hey, it's one of the things. Why was it a surprise Spartans won? It wasn't really a surprise. It was, you know what? I think what it is like, you know, literally Saha, of course, have this brand. And you know, again, you know, it's a kind of brand of kind of playing, you know, literally attractive football and kind of literally having really, really good players. I think with like Saha, with the match review that I did with Saha against Sanderstead, where like they like lost a 2 or 3 goal lead in the kind of last like minute, a lot of people would literally watch that and think, you know what, Spartans are not ready. But like I like believe after that game, their mentality changed. Like there was like no talking, like, you know, exactly what I said before. No one wanted to talk to me, which I totally understand. And hey, you know, let's be real, like, you know, Spartans, if you kind of look at Spartans, you know, they kind of look like a very old-fashioned club. And you know, and like sometimes in like Sunday League now, being old-fashioned doesn't work. You can have to be with the kind of new school type of way to play, and literally sometimes the like new school in terms of how to conduct yourself on the pitch. Spartans don't kind of conform to that. They like play a certain way with quality, but they have the old school mentality. When a tackle is won, everyone cheers. When like, you know, certain things are not going right, you know what? They will literally be in your ear. People might call that intimidation. I like call that, again, playing the dark arts. And that type of game, people just don't realize that that is a game that you have to win. So, you know, Spartans, again, as I said before, got everything right. And again, because like Spartans are very, as I said before, are very old fashioned. Again, like, you know, it's kind of not on brand, it's not on trend. But now people now would have to now look at Spartans now. 3-0, 3-0, keeping a clean sheet. You know what I'm saying? That's like one thing. Paul, who won the game? Yes, so Spartans won 3-0 yesterday. Very convincing from start to finish. So yeah. Okay. Are you going to be following Spartans more often? Have you seen the best team in Croydon? You know what? Listen, I can always wait for like the Spartans content. I've been like following Spartans for like a couple of years. I like remember when the Spartans, I don't know who even started it, but I'm sure that it was a gimbal, and they had literally had a gimbal, and someone was literally following the ball on the sideline. I'm like, oh, this is like content that I haven't really seen, because of course people just had a kind of stationary camera and were panning left and right. It was like someone was following the whole ball. That's what really attracted me to that Spartans. So I've been following like the Spartans for like a good couple of years, man. I've got kind of content on like the Spartans. So yeah, go, check out my channel, man. Hey, you know what? Listen, let me just say, Chris, and again, like Chris is the goalkeeper. Big shout out to Chris. Big shout out to Chris. As I said before, man of the match performance. But let me just say one thing, or like a couple of things. So, yes, if Spartans win the game in hand, which I believe that they will, they'll be top. Actually, before I even say that, can I answer this one? How have I got my breath back after your own 90 minutes? You know what? Let me not kind of go into that right now, because you know what? That game, I will literally do another review. So anyway, going back to what Chris has said about Spartans being like the best team in Croydon. Potentially, they are the like best team in Croydon. But you only get that tag if you win. If you win the league. Saha can also say that they're the best team in Croydon until they win the league. Right now, and again, let me kind of show like the graphic. The best team in Croydon at this present moment, like the only team that can say that they're the best team in Croydon currently, it's funny enough, is Boss Jam. And Boss Jam are like sitting bottom. The only reason why Boss Jam can say that they're the best team in Croydon, because they won it last season by points per game. However, you guys worked it out. Boss Jam, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was Boss Jam won it last season, or whoever won it can say that they're the best team, because you know what? You have the trophy, you have the medal. What I expect from Saha in the return fixture, I expect them to play with a lot more aggression. I really expect them to really now realize, look, this is no walk in the park. We have to start fast. We have to stamp our authority, and like that was the home game for Spartans. I'm expecting when it's Saha's game, I'm expecting fans. I'm literally expecting supporters. I'm literally expecting them to actually be there early to really get focused. I'm literally expecting them not to talk to anyone, not to talk to myself, not to talk to media. I'm expecting them to be just on it. What I expect from Spartans, I'm expecting, and again, wow, okay, so literally, let me kind of answer that question later. What I'm expecting from Spartans, I'm expecting the same energy now times 10. I'm not saying that they didn't believe before, because I firmly believe that they could kind of get something out of the game. But also as well, I think, again, if like they were honest, they're thinking 3-0. We didn't expect that. We like thought that we could win, but we didn't think we were going to win 3-0 and as comfortably as it was, especially in the second half. but I'm expecting the same thing plus 10. Balti, Schema, Jacko, the experienced players there, the like the manager. I'm literally expecting them to again drill it into their like guys to say, look, this is only half time. Now, if we win our game in hand, now we are in control. But that doesn't mean that we drop our levels. Yes, we can keep clean sheets. Yes, we've like proved to, you know what, they didn't even have to prove nothing to anyone. They proved something to me, like Jesus Christ, like they can like run all day. Like they can run all day. Like again, let me just say to people that have just joined the stream whenever, I apologize to Spartans. I didn't think that you guys even had that type of fitness. I don't think even Saha felt that you guys had that type of fitness. I think Saha thought that you would drop. No one dropped. And you guys had a strong bench. You guys had a strong bench as well. Saha didn't really have the bench that you guys had. You guys had a strong bench and you guys just kept on going. That's the desire. That's the passion. That's the willingness to win. That's the kind of willingness to literally take this trophy. So again, I just want to kind of, apologize and say sorry. But again, hey, like, I'm like, here to be not got at, but hey, like just to kind of rewrite the wrongs. Someone said, do I see the same result in the second game? You know what? I firmly believe if Spartans score first, I think it's going to be, I won't say almost impossible, but if Spartans score first, I think I'm kind of 80-90% sure that they will literally win the game. If Saha score first, I think Saha personally have to score 2. They kind of have to have a 2-goal lead, unless they literally change their defenses set up or whatever. If like Saha have a 2-goal lead, then you know what? I believe Saha will win. If Saha get into their playing rhythm, I believe Saha will win. If Spartans come with the same intensity times 10 from yesterday, I believe Spartans will win. If like Saha have the mentality that I know that they do have, that I've seen against Orbiton Rangers and like Kamazi, even though against Kamazi they actually still lost, but the mentality was actually there, Saha will win. And again, like, let's not get it twisted. Like Sparta still have to win their game in hand, which I think that they will. I can't see no like other teams challenging these two clubs. So the next time these guys play, I believe it's for decider. Big shout out to like the like management team from like Spartans. They like got it absolutely right from the first minute to the last minute. Again, shout out to the Saha management that literally took the defeat, graciously. Like they even said, you know what, this defeat has humbled us. Well played, Spartans. They were not expecting that. Now, can you raise your levels now? Both teams. Can both of you raise the levels? Can like Spartans now play No, you know what? Like they don't even have to change like the way that like they play, but they just can't be complacent. It's it's now down to Saha now to go back to the drawing board, I believe, and literally try and work something out. It's all about tactics now. You can't blow away teams as organized and as rigid as Spartans. You can't just turn up and just think, okay, you know, we'll just play like a certain way. You've got to have a game plan. And big shout to big clarity. We always knew that we're going to boss them. This is big talk now. You guys, as in Spartans, and you know, they were kind of literally always on people's radar. They were kind of literally always on my radar. Now, by beating Saha, now they're going to be the talk of the town. They're going to be the talk of Croydon until the next game. But now, Spartans, you can't afford to drop your levels now. You've set the bar. Can you surpass that? Saha, at this present moment in time, you guys are still top. You've got the points in the bag. Yesterday hurt you. I know it hurt you. What can you do now to rectify that? Schema, let's go what Schema said. You still haven't mentioned how we popped them off the park and we played football. The like it was. Listen, you know what? Schema, like I've said, trust me, like I've said it, like you guys, again, it's the first time that I've seen Spartans live and they can play football. They can play football. They literally passed the ball better. They were more direct. They literally found their players better. They were more organized. And literally, like I said, how you put them on the park. And then listen, again, like the energy from the spot, like I've said it. Let me say it, hat trick time. Hat trick. Spartans, surprise me how fit you guys are. You guys surprise me. I know you surprise Spartans. Every single ball you were on it. First balls, second balls, track and runners. Just kind of making the Saha players literally make that second or third pass. You guys were on it. You like no one can deny that. And I kind of got some of like the footage, but like until you actually see the match footage, and again, I don't think the match footage will even give it justice. You've got to have seen it. It's different from like seeing it online. You guys have the fitness. You guys have the fitness. You guys have the energy on and off the pitch, and literally that's literally what Saha was just not ready for. And yeah, you know what? Again, overall, the better team won, 100%. Facts, like they were just better. Spartans on the day were just better. And you know what? Again, it kind of just creates now conversations now. It like now puts Spartans in that bracket or closer to that bracket now. Saha are not going to have it their way. Spartans are there. Welcome to death row. Jesus Christ. Listen. As I said before, yesterday, as I said before, at the beginning of this video, I felt the presence of like Spartans the moment you guys turned up with the tracksuits and with the music, and I was playing for Sanderstead. I'm like, I have to fix up my own game. That's like something that people just cannot deny. The presence and and the support and the energy on the kind of sideline creates that 12th man. And that, having that at Sunday League football is a very special thing. Yes, the Saha side were like very quiet. I think J was like trying to bring like the energy, but it just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. And listen, Spartans deserve that from like minute 1 until the 93rd minute, whenever like it was. And I'm really looking forward to like the next game. I'm really, 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 really am. Again, as I kind of said like before, both teams are kind of worthy of like lifting that Croydon, league championship. But now, who wants it more? It's like it's all good when yesterday when it was all nice and sunny and like like the ground was decent, etc. Let's see when it's cold and windy. And you know what? I can firmly believe if it's a cold, windy, rainy afternoon, seeing how Spartans play, I think you guys would actually love that. I'm literally expecting more from Saha. I'm literally expecting them to roll up their sleeves and compete. And literally, I'm not just talking about physically, because hey, like they've got physical players. I'm actually kind of going on and actually saying like now it's all about the kind of mentality and the ability. It's as simple as that. Coming like home yesterday, I'm like, I've actually seen a game of football. And even like when I was texting people, like, people like, yeah, you know what? That's probably about right. Like they were kind of like some people who were like surprised, but like people were like, yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Yeah, I can just really imagine that they probably wanting it that like little bit more. Hey, like that's the truth. Okay, Big Clary said, I don't even get why Sarah's name has been popped around even to be our rivals. They've only been good recently. We used to boss them. We've been doing this since 2014. We're not our rivals. Wow. Well, I mean, again, it's what? Again, it's a club that's kind of going like places. It's it's a brand. Yes, they can like attract like a certain type of player. So of course that kind of helps. But again, exactly what I said before, like Spartans have won cups. They've like been high, they've been low, and what I've seen in terms of what Spartans have, they don't have crazy amounts of turnaround. It's a kind of core group of players that literally know each other's strengths. So, you know what? You say that they're not your rivals, cool. But at this present moment in time, they are your rivals. They are your rivals to this league. No matter what you say, they are your rivals. You have to avoid defeat for you to win the Croydon League. And right now, Saha, at this present moment in time, are top of the league because they've got just more like points. So at this present moment in time, they are your rivals. But hey, maybe later on, who knows? Thank you for your apology. You had us down to look. Nah, listen, no. Let me say, I did not have Spartans down to lose. I did not have Spartans down to lose. It would, I literally expected like a very, I kind of thought that the game would have been like closer, 100%, but I didn't have Spartans down to lose. Again, as I said before, it's the first time that I've seen Spartans play live. I've like watched 99% of your content, and again, watching like the content is one thing, but seeing you guys live for 90 minutes is totally different. Didn't have you guys down to lose. Trust me. Listen, it's a, again, let me say, it was a kind of humbling experience for me to actually see 100% you guys like absolutely working your bollocks off. That was a humbling experience to me, because I'm like part of the old school where, if you're prepared to work hard and to support your teammates, then anything can happen. So hey, like it was kind of one of like those things. Mac said Saha just talk a lot. The only thing that they can be is to pause them on your Fresh Nerds podcast. You know what? Hey, like again, you know what? Let me just okay. So we as a collective, again, Sunday League football for me hasn't. This has probably been one of like the best times to actually come into Sunday League football. There's like crazy amount of teams now that are now kind of creating content. You guys are creating content. Like if it kind of wasn't because of YouTube, I wouldn't know about you guys. So now, like, there, Saha, yourself, of course, like the Dons and like BTs, and there's kind of other like people, that are kind of creating great content. So what Saha are doing and what you like guys are doing now is kind of bringing Sunday League football now to the front of our minds. And again, like I don't even want to get into like this whole super league and all this bollocks, man. Carl, like again, that's gonna put a lot of people off watching the elite side of it. And having the game yesterday just again resets everyone's mind and say, there's quality at Sunday League level. Let's watch these teams. Let's kind of watch these teams around Croydon. People talk about Alberton and Bromley. People will talk about the Southern Sunday. People also have to start talking about the Croydon League as well. There's quality in this league. So what you like guys are doing, let me correct myself. So let's see what Saha are doing and what Spartans are doing. They're like breathing life into Sunday League football. So like it's great that Saha on your Fresh. Listen, you guys have to be on you guys have to come on my channel. How about that? You guys come on my channel. You guys have my DLs. Jacko has my, DLs. DM me. Let's kind of make this happen. And Elge's goal. Hey, I'm telling you, Elge, again, I said from the get-go, I didn't even mention him as a key player because like he didn't play against Boscha. Elge is a quality player. In like one of my reviews, I said I'd love to see him as a number 10. Play him inside. But you know what? No, keep him outside. Keep him one-on-one. Keep him outside of the traffic. Elge is one of them players where you want him in the third lane. And you know what? I don't know if you guys are into like your boxing. Yesterday's match was like, I would call Spartans the kind of Dylan White of Sunday League football. Like the kind of body snatcher. Like it was just bare hits. It was just bare hits to the body. Bam, bam, bam. Like you guys literally took the wind out of Saha. It was just bare body shots. And literally Saha just could not recover. The only way that you can knock out Saha is to win. It's to win the league. And you know what? Do not get me wrong. And again, do not get twisted. Saha will now, I believe, come with a game plan. That yesterday's defeat hurt them. Yesterday's win has now put you in that conversation. Now, exactly what you guys were like doing before, cool. Like everyone's kind of joyful now, and kind of everyone's kind of saying like certain things. Now you've got to win your next game. Like you've got to win your double headers. So when the next game comes against Saha, boy, Simply Red. Yeah, I think it's Jake. It was. Listen, it's kind of game on, and again, exactly what I said before. Ahead of the sidelines, no mercy, and again, that can rattle teams. That can intimidate teams. And again, old-fashioned intimidation. That's what fans do. They want to intimidate their opponents. They want to intimidate the sidelines. That's literally what you have to do. Like we're like talking grassroots football here. You've like got to get like the mental. Football is meant more mental than like physical, and that's what Spartans do. And again, like being there and now experiencing it, I see why. Berlix, I see Payne. Elgin Shams need to pick up the defense from school. Boy, listen, and and again, Elge, big shout out to like Elge, man. Very unassuming, like quiet guy, but again, on the pitch, man, he literally just lets his football do the talking. And again, to be fair, he got hacked down a couple of times, and you know what? He like could have reacted, and like he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like he just carried on playing his football. But again, what I can say, Saha they definitely need Darren back. I thought 11 played okay. He was kind of tough in the kind of tackle. I think someone called, is it Rocky or Rocco came on at right back for like Saha, that literally gave them like a bit of energy. I think that was not one of Bradley's best games, and literally he would even admit that. I thought Casey did as much as he possibly could. He needs runners off him because again, like he Casey won't really have the pace to kind of get behind. But again, if the ball is stuck up to him, then again, like he can literally bring people into play. But again, Spartans got their tactics spot on. And again, like the people who I mentioned as in key players, two of them, I don't think there's only Alan that played. But one thing that I will say is that two of the three players that I mentioned in terms of key players for Spartans were defenders or defensive minded. Defensively, they're solid. And, when you look, they don't concede like a lot of goals. So again, Saha were not ready for that. Shout out to the boys. Shams, he's a beast on the left. Yeah, listen. Best player on the pitch in the first half mostly. Yeah, listen, he's Shams, again, very, very direct, deceptively quick, unassuming, very relaxed on the ball. Again, there's kind of quality all around. And again, Spartans can mix it. They can mix it, man. That grit, determination, passion. They literally showed that yesterday, and composure. But now, what I'm going to be interested now is to see if you guys, if like you guys can do it now in your next game, and the next game, and the next game, all the way to the season. That's the thing. In terms of score predictions in the next game, again, exactly what I said before. I'm not gonna repeat myself, man. You know, again, if like, you know, Spartans score first, it's gonna be problems for like Saha, because again, you know, Spartans know how to defend. I firmly believe Saha need a 2-goal cushion, unless again something kind of dramatically changes. But they literally have the attacking threat to hurt anyone on their day. And again, Chris for me was man of the match, and I believe Chris was man of the match for the Spartans, you know, like in general. So if Chris was man of the match and he was the goalkeeper for like Spartans, and Spartans won 3-0, you know that Saha had chances, and Chris had to actually not. Someone like called Chris, what's his name, Jack Butland. It's like, your like goalkeeper looks like Jack Butland, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, yeah, like he does still, and you know, and you know, he kind of played like, you know, he kind of played like him still. So for like Chris to actually get man of the match, you guys know that, you know, the like defense played their part, and the defense, again, I'm not gonna say, can I say, kept Spartans in, but at 1-0 down with the penalty, I think if Bradley scores that, it's fucking hearsay, innit? Like, you can't say like the game was gonna change, but with that penalty save, I knew that the game was won for like Spartans, because, you know, Bradley is their figurehead for like Saha, and he just wasn't in the game. And after that penalty miss, he was literally just on the peripheral. And again, the disallowed bullet header, exactly what I said at the beginning. That just set the pace. With that header disallowed, but within 2 minutes, you guys scored that, so bossed the game. I'm telling you right now, listen, there's like, you know, players are like Spartans that can easily play at a higher level, easily. But again, hey, you know, sometimes why would you play at a higher level when the passion and the spirit at the club that you're at now matches what you want? And again, I'd call Spartans an old-fashioned team. So, guys, hopefully that kind of covers everything. If there's any kind of more questions, please fire them on. Again, I'm really expecting like a great return fixture wherever Saha play. Yeah, listen, like the Bot brothers, I'm telling you, quality, absolute quality. If there's any kind of questions, please send them to me. And I just put it out there. If like any, you know, I've kind of had, cause Jacko and like the management on the Amateur Football Channel, if you guys want to come on and like talk about your team more, DM me. This is like the open forum. This is literally an open forum. So again, I'll like wait for a couple of seconds for like any kind of questions, and again, just to send it to me, and I'll literally answer them unbiased. There's no, again, hey, like I've like seen now both teams play. I love grassroots football, man. You know, and again, thank you for the support. Thank you for the feedback, man. Carl Martin, man. Honestly, no. thank you guys, man, because because again, you guys make my life easier. You guys make my life easier. Like when I kind of invest in a channel or like football channels, there's like only a few teams that I'm invested in. And I say, hey, like Spartans and Saha are teams that I watch their videos. But with Spartans, like, especially with the intros, man, like you guys know how to do really good intros, man. You like it's a different feeling. Like I'm always waiting for that intro. I'm always waiting for those 30 seconds because it just sets the mood, man. And I remember you guys did a Muhammad Ali intro. I can't remember to what song or what team, man, but that got me. That got me. And like you guys set a different tone that I like. So yeah, you know what, you guys just kind of keep like doing what you're doing, man. But hey, you know what? Let me go. It's been an hour and 10. It's flown by. Hopefully you guys again appreciate like the whole review. Please like and share. Again, DM me, tell me what you think. It's gone on to 10:15. Let me have something to eat. Honestly, this is honestly like I'm gonna be there for like the next game. I'm gonna be there for the next game. Like, please, someone tell me when the next game is, because I'm gonna be there. Guys, have a wonderful Monday evening. I'll speak to you guys real soon. Watch out for some content. I actually filmed like a bit of it still, so watch out for a few things coming out. Bless. Thank you like very much, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace.